How's it going, Internet? My name is Psycho Max, and it is time for another wacky Warframe build video. And today we're covering not one build, but three for three different weapons instead of a Warframe. This is something I do every single Wednesday, so if it's something you are interested in and would like to see more, please remember to leave a like on the video if you enjoy it, subscribe so that you never miss an upload, and if you have any constructive feedback or would like to make a video suggestion, feel free to leave that in the comments down below or over on my Discord server linked in the description. So, today we are talking about the three basic Incarnon melee weapons, and specifically because if you look at the bottom right of my screen, you'll see a weird flashy light going on. I am currently holding the Inadem, which is the Incarnon dagger, and without any kills, no upgrades, I have just walked into this room that I have not spawned any enemies in, and I can just hit my alt fire and turn my Inadem into its Incarnon form. And I can do this with all three of the base Incarnon weapons, the Inadem, the Praetos, and the Thalus. And so I just kind of wanted to show off that build, and because with these weapons, the Incarnon form is where the damage is, so it's something that you want to get to very quickly with these specific melee weapons. So being able to just start the mission and turn on Incarnon mode is really valuable with these three particular weapons. So they all have very similar builds, although the Inadem is probably the one that's the most unique, so I will show you all three here. So to start with the Inadem, in order to get this up to maximum combos so that we can go ahead and just turn it on, here's the build, and the most important things to point out in this build is Corrupt Charge for one, and uniquely to the Inadem is Covert Lethality, which gives me plus 16 combo. Corrupt Charge is giving me plus 30 combo. Now this is a little bit overkill on other weapons. This one, it kind of needs it. The other two weapons, it has everything to do with its Incarnon transformations. The Inadem uniquely does not have an Incarnon mutation over here that gives you bonus combo, whereas the Praetos and the Thalus do. So, but the universal unique thing about all of these is this one here that says reach 3x combo to heavy attack and turn on Incarnon form, when normally it requires you to hit a combo of rank 5 or in some other cases rank 6. I believe the Incarnon adapter weapons, things like my Furex Wraith here or the Onko or the Okina Prime, they all take they all require combo 6. The Inadem requires 5. The Thalus requires 5. The Praetos requires 5. Where are those? Here's my Praetos. Let's go ahead and pull that out, and I can show you what we've done here. Again, 3x heavy combo, but also on the Praetos we have this 20 initial combo. So you'll notice on this we don't have anything other than Corrupt Charge giving me initial combo. And then we've got our typical melee influence build here. You're going to find the exact same thing if we go over to the Thalus, the new heavy scythe Incarnon. Here again, reach 3x combo, and then Evolution 3 plus 20 initial combo. So on the build here, I've made sure to include Corrupt Charge to give me another 30 additional combo, and by doing so, it makes sure that when I come out into a mission, I can just immediately activate Incarnon mode and go ham on enemies by just including that one simple mod thanks to the Incarnon mutations. And unfortunately, it is only possible to do that with these three base Incarnon weapons because they are the only ones that have that reach 3x combo mutation. Without this, it's not possible. So, I will say, for other melee Incarnon weapons, ones that I don't have that option available, we'll take the Okina Prime here just in case, just for reference here. Oh, or maybe not, because I didn't include it. Normally, I would put Galvanized Reflex in there for most of these. Why did I not include that in this one? Range, increased base status, increased base damage, and status damage. No, I really should have included that there. Okay. So yeah, my rule of thumb with the Incarnons is if they do not have that 3x combo thing, you should really be using Galvanized Reflex, because every melee kill you get gives you plus 20 combo stacking up to 4 times, so 80 combo, which means you can stack that 6x incredibly fast, and for some reason I'm not using my arcane on that either. So yeah, that's rule of thumb for those, but the 3 base ones, the Inadem, the Thallus, and the Praetos, because they have that ability to drop it to 3x combo, I go ahead and we don't use Galvanized Reflex, and instead I use Corrupt Charge, because it just gives me the base combo I need to hit that 3x. Now, uniquely, the Inadem here, again, I'm using Lethality for that extra combo on here, because it does not have a mutation over here, giving me bonus combo. So that's the one area where the Inadem is unique, but all 3 of these weapons have this reach 3x combo and then heavy attack. And if you put Corrupt Charge on there, then, well, you can just turn it on the moment that you activate, the moment you get into a mission. So, let's go ahead and just throw up a Orokin Corrupted Battle Group, Steel Path, 220. We'll leave the AI on pause just because it's funny, because we are running Kalervo after all. I'll just turn this on. Turn on his 2 so that they can go ahead and keep him alive, and we'll just kind of hand the room their asses, because it's an Incarnon weapon. And if that wasn't good enough for you, let's go ahead. We can switch to the Praetos really quick. The Praetos, again, has that fun little thing on the end. I can just go ahead and immediately alt-fire, turn on their Incarnon mode, and everybody dies. And pairing these things with a Warframe like Kalervo, who I'm using currently, is disgusting. Now, I'm only using his 2, which all that does is sap the enemies of a little bit of armor and give me overguard so that I can stay alive. I'm not using the rest of his power kit, which is unbelievably broken. And these weapons are unbelievably broken when paired with Kalervo's power kit, but that's just about any melee weapon, really. Kalervo makes them all shine. There's my Thallus. Oh, good. This was our newest addition to these types of weapons. I really like it. I'm a big fan of heavy scythes. I love it's just for like medieval weapons and stuff. It's just amazing looking. So, again, let's go ahead. We'll turn on Incarnon form. We'll spawn in our 20 Steel Path enemies. Just turn on my 2 to stay alive, and just kind of watch the room melt. Now the Thallus has its own interesting problems. I definitely think that the Praetos and the Inadem are stronger, clearly. I think this test shows that the Inadem and the Praetos are stronger, considering how quickly they just utterly obliterated everything. But the Thallus is still... it still works. It's definitely not, you know, a bad weapon. And again, I just like the theme of it, personally. It's a scythe. I love scythes. Scythes are fun. And I'm going to play with it, even though it does have slightly lower stats or whatever. But the ability to just start the mission and just simply turn on Incarnon form really does make these weapons a hell of a lot better, because, let's be honest, they don't really do a whole lot of damage outside their Incarnon form. So, yeah. Now this one, the Thallus, I don't think I actually showed off the mod build for the Thallus here. Oh, and I can already see the problem. So that needs to go away. And it's got enough attack speed already. I'm using Berserker Fury for attack speed. We've got the Corruption in there, Blood Rush. Oh, I'm missing Weeping Wounds. That's my problem. And I'm running a melee exposure build. That would explain why it's not doing so well. You want to see this test again with the proper build on it? Let's try it. I'm curious. Now that I've got the appropriate mods on there. A little better. They're all spreading out really far. But the damage numbers are nice. So yeah, I got a little bit of tweaking to do with my actual build on it, but still. The one thing that will not be coming out of the build on this is that corrupted charge, giving me just immediate access to Incarnon form, because this thing, more than all the others, is significantly weaker outside of Incarnon form. Not to mention, it's slow. Like, it's not super slow. It's definitely doable. I have, like, the Fragor has worse timing, worse speed than this. But it's still slow. But I still like the build. I'm ranting now. I don't know why. Probably just drawing it out. But yeah, so, again, this is just a show-off video. It's nothing, like, super important. Oh, there's my other problem. I'm running Volcanic Edge on a melee influence build, meaning melee influence isn't proccing because I don't have electric damage. There we go. That would probably make this significantly stronger. Anyways, well, I'm not going to run another test. I've already taken up enough of your time, guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Again, if you did, let me know in the comments down below. Leave a like on the video, subscribe. Definitely some advice. I've been playing Warframe for a very long time, but I'm not perfect, and my builds are always a work in progress, even after they've been finalized. So feel free to share your words of wisdom down below, or again on my Discord that you'll find linked in the description. And thanks to everybody for watching. I'm going to go now, because I don't know how to end these things, but it's been fun. Okay, bye.